Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you grew up watching reality TV in the 2000s, you probably know Teutul Senior, the larger-than-life patriarch of American Chopper and founder of Orange County Choppers. With his signature mustache, sleeveless shirts, and fiery temper, Paul Sr. was a staple of the Discovery Channel, building custom motorcycles and clashing with his son, Paul Jr., in epic shouting matches that became internet memes. But in recent years, Paul Sr.'s star has faded and the headlines haven't been kind. From financial ruin to family feuds and failed ventures, the rumors are swirling. Paul Teutul Sr.'s fall off just got worse. So what's really going on? Today, we're diving deep into Paul Sr.'s rise, his struggles, and the latest updates on his rocky journey. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and let's get into it. To understand Paul Sr.'s fall, we need to start at the top. Paul John Teutul was born in Yonkers, New York on May 1, 1949, and was raised with a love of motorcycles and a strong work ethic. He started a steel fabrication company called Orange County Iron Works after serving in the Merchant Marine during the Vietnam War. However, his side business of creating custom helicopters was what made all the difference. Paul Sr., his son Paul Jr., and their crew became well known after he founded Orange County Choppers, OCC, in 1999, and American Chopper debuted on the Discovery Channel in 2002. The show, which combined family drama with high-stakes bike builds, was a hit. Viral moments like the chair-throwing fight in Season 6 were spawned by Paul Sr.'s abrasive manner and heated arguments with Paul Jr. According to reports, OCC was making millions at its height, with bikes selling for between $50,000 and $150,000 each. It appeared that Paul Sr. was living the American dream. However, things weren't quite as sunny behind the scenes. The personal life of Paul Sr. was tainted by addiction. Beginning in his teens, he battled alcohol and drugs for 15 years. Which he disclosed in his 2009 memoir, The Ride of a Lifetime. His mother and uncle were also alcoholics, so he described himself as an Olympic-level drinker with a family history of alcoholism. His body was falling apart by 1985, when he was 35 years old and he was coughing up blood. In 2014, he celebrated 29 years sober after his then-wife persuaded him to check himself into a rehab facility. However, his difficulties persisted after he became sober. The drama of American Chopper revolved around his erratic relationship with Paul Jr., and it wasn't just for the cameras. Due to their real-life conflicts, Paul Jr. was fired in 2008, which sparked a lawsuit regarding his 20% ownership of OCC. In 2010, American Chopper, Senior vs. Junior, a spin-off of the feud, was created, but the damage had already been done. The profound rift between father and son paved the way for Paul Sr.'s subsequent difficulties. The collapse of Paul Sr.'s empire was evident by the late 2010s. His business partner Thomas Derbyshire filed a lawsuit against Paul Sr. in 2017, claiming that he had misappropriated investments for personal use, such as using project funds to pay his son Michael's salary and postponing a TV project to go fishing. Paul Sr.'s team refuted the lawsuit's claims that Derbyshire lost millions of dollars. Paul Sr. filed for Chapter 13 bankruptcy in February 2018 after his house was threatened with foreclosure that same year. According to court records, he owed $152,000 in taxes, $1.8 million on his house, and almost $1.1 million to 50 creditors. He was juggling 8 lawsuits, including debts to Hudson Valley Merchandising, $33,000. In addition to failing, his restaurant business, Orange County Choppers Cafe, owed New York State more than $22,000 in taxes. Although Paul Sr. denied any involvement, investors said the project was a part of a $12 to $15 million Ponzi scheme. In 2020, Paul Sr. took the risky decision to move to Florida with Orange County Choppers when OCC was having trouble and New York was getting closer. After OCC's New York location was closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic in March 2020, Paul Sr. saw Florida as a new beginning because of its sense of freedom and wider fan base. In 2021, he established OCC Roadhouse and Museum in Clearwater, which houses his famous motorcycles and serves as a restaurant, concert venue, and museum. The Orange County Choppers Invitational Bike Show was held there in 2023, indicating that Paul Sr. was still active. Additionally, he revealed Senior Living, a new television series on Jesse James's Outlaw TV that will follow his semi-retired Florida lifestyle. However, the project failed and the network never got off the ground, leaving fans to wonder if Paul Sr. could relive his heyday. Why then are people claiming that Paul Sr.'s fall has only gotten worse? A mixed picture is painted by recent updates. While Paul Sr. is still active, he shares updates on bike builds and fan meet and greets on his Paul Sr. Unchained YouTube channel. He also makes an appearance on Cameo, where he delivers customized videos in his trademark tough love manner. He met with fans and displayed OCC's FDNY Fire bike during his appearance at the St. Pete Bike Fest in 2022. He and Joan Bulger-Kay have been together since 2011, and at 75, he appears to be content with a more sedate existence in Clearwater. However, the setbacks continue to accumulate. Even though OCC Roadhouse is still in operation, it hasn't helped him regain his financial stability after Outlaw TV's demise. Perhaps the most permanent mark on Paul Sr.'s legacy is his disagreement with Paul Jr. Paul Jr. started Paul Jr. Designs after leaving OCC, going up against his father head-to-head. The emotional toll from the 2009 lawsuit over Paul Jr.'s OCC shares persisted even after Paul Sr. bought him out. American Chopper attempted to profit from their attempts at reconciliation, but the show's conclusion was spoiled by The Last Ride, which showed Paul Sr. still disparaging his son. Since then, Paul Jr. has moved on, raising his 2015-born son Hudson and serving as a judge at concours events like the Amelia. Michael, Daniel, and Kristen, Paul Sr.'s other children, have withdrawn from the limelight in the meantime. Former American Chopper star Michael left for peace of mind and is currently in charge of OCC's Facebook page. It appears that the scars from their reality TV days haven't fully healed because the family has remained silent about Paul Sr.'s difficulties. Media errors and public opinion have contributed to Paul Sr.'s downfall. He died in a 5-vehicle collision in Louisiana in 2016, according to a fake article. Snopes refuted the claim after Paul Sr. posted on Facebook that he was alive and well. What is the next step for Paul Teutul Senior? He still possesses the grit that made him a reality TV star at the age of 75. OCC Roadhouse maintains his brand, and his YouTube channel demonstrates that he isn't quite ready to call it quits. However, primetime fame and million-dollar bike deals are probably over. What do you think about Paul Sr.'s journey? Is there hope for a comeback? Or is this the end of the road? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going. If you enjoyed this deep dive, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more reality TV exposés. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.